like that. Boom, 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 just like that. A-Dubb Productions, just like that. Like, comment, subscribe, just like that. Boom, wait a minute, just like that. A-Dubb, you ready? Wait a minute.
What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me. I'm excited today because we're gonna do something different. I'm gonna teach you guys how to make some pressing pillows. They sell these things on Amazon. I bought my first pressing pillow on Amazon. It was a 3-pack. It had this one, the medium one, and the large one over here. We're not gonna make the large one today, but pretty much if I show you how to make one, you know how to make them all because they're all the same exact thing. It's just one is bigger than the other. So yeah, I'm gonna show you exactly what you need, and I'm gonna show you how you can make yours and start supplementing your income by making pressing pillows using your Brother SE600 sewing and embroidery machine. We're going to use a sewing feature. So without further ado, let's get into this video. All right, now first things first, everybody, we need to convert our machine from embroidery mode to sewing mode. All right, so the things that you're going to need, to want to get your pedal, your foot pedal that came with your machine. Find that, dig it out from wherever you put it, and plug it into the side of the machine right here. There should be a little slot right here in the side. Let me get that on camera right here. In that hole, just plug it up. All right, put the foot pedal on the ground because it's a foot pedal, right? Then you're going to want to detach your arm right here. Just reach in here, pull it. There's a clip at the bottom, pull it out and detach that arm. Next, you're going to want to go in this little case right here. This little case that came with your machine should have all your supplies in it. You should have put your supplies in it. We're going to go in here and get the sewing foot. Just go in here. We need this little thing right here. All right, going to set that on the machine. Then we need, what else do we need? We need to get our, I can use this. This is the end foot. Sometimes I think I use a J foot sometimes, but yeah, we're gonna use the end foot. Wait a minute, let me see what else is in here. Yeah, end foot is fine, guys. End foot is fine. We can use that for sewing. And the next thing we're gonna need is this right here, this flathead right here for taking off the embroidery foot and putting on the sewing foot. All right, so let's change out the top part of our machine right here. So we got our sewing attachment, foot attachment right here. We're just going to unscrew this, turn it away from you. So this has a little groove right here, just turn it away from you. This is a good thing that we're doing right here. For those of you guys that have the SE600 and you've never bothered to sew with it, then now's your chance. All right, so then we're going to take this and we're going to put it in. We see the groove right here. We're just going to put it in right here. Open the groove, hold it there with one finger. Make sure your machine is off, by the way, so that your machine doesn't accidentally start going for whatever reason. All right, we got that in there. Then we're going to put our foot right underneath. There's a little catch lever right there. When you let it down, your foot should catch it. Your foot should go into it. So I'm putting this right underneath. And then I'm going to let this down. All right. And then it catches onto the foot. All right. Now it's attached. All right. Put this away for safekeeping. Back in our handy dandy little thing right here. Put this away also. And guys, that's pretty much it. Our machine is now in sewing mode. All right. So put this up. Once I turn the machine on, you're going to see that the screen looks different. Watch this. Power your machine on. This screen right here looks the same, but when you tap the screen like you do when you first turn on, now you see it's totally different. It's in sewing mode. And what's telling your machine that's in sewing mode is the fact that your embroidery attachment isn't on anymore. Now what you can do is this slides into here, but we're not going to use that because that's just going to get in the way. But you can, just so you know, if I get it to go on, this slides into here like that. Just so you guys know, all right, if you need a bigger surface to sew on. But we're not going to use it, all right? So now we're going to get our materials together. Let me go over everything that you're going to need, right? Got some scraps here. Let me move that to the side. All right, so the first thing that you're going to need for this project, is some of this spongy material right here. You can get this from any craft store. They come in rolls like this. They come rolled up. So You can go to your local craft store and get some of it, and you're just gonna cut it down to the size that you want your heating pad to be, or whatever you want to call it, right? So I got a few that I'm gonna make right here. These are gonna be on the website available, by the way, guys, allanaway.com. A few medium ones and a few small ones. I didn't make any large ones because this Teflon sheet, which I purchased on Amazon, I'm going to put the links down below if you want to purchase some Teflon sheets. They come like this. Amazon links down below. They come in sheets that are like this. So if you want to make a really big pressing pillow, it's going to be kind of hard because the sheet's not big enough. But the other place that you can get fabric that's similar to this, well, not similar, but it does the same function, is your fabric store. Again, you're going to get some ironing board material. And this ironing board material, what makes it heat resistant is the treated whatever it's on top of it. That's what I was told in the fabric store. They have something, a protective layer on top of it, and this is stuff that you see on ironing boards. All right, so you can get some of this ironing board fabric. I think I bought this for like I bought 1 yard for like $8.99 or something like that. Then I had the military discount and stuff. So yeah, you can use that if you want to make the bigger ones, right? But it's just not the color that we're used to seeing on the website. So we're just going to go ahead and use a Teflon pillow for right now. All right, so you want to measure it out to whatever size that you want, right? And once you get that measurement, you go ahead and, let me put these off to the side right here. You go ahead and you lay it down, right? And you kind of want to gauge and see like how it's going to wrap around there. And it just so happens that for this size, if I just wrap it around like so, fold this in half like so, it kind of perfectly sits in there, right? You want a little bit of slack on all the edges so you can sew. So it kind of perfectly sits in there. You know, I got some slack on this side, slack on this side, slack on this side. So you can pretty much say that, you know, you can cut this in half. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this exactly in half like this, right? Exactly in half. Then I'm going to lay my foam on top of it, right? Lay my foam on top of it. I'm going to make sure I'm leaving room on this side for sewing, and then I'm going to leave a little bit room on this side. Get my ruler, my metal ruler out, and I'm just going to hold it up here so that I'm making sure that I make a straight line. All right, so I got it all the way on the edge at the bottom right here. So I got some extra material up top, extra material over here, and a little bit extra material on the left side. I'm just lining this up with the line on my mat. I'm going to take my cutting wheel, scissors, whatever you need to use, if you need to mark it, whatever you got to do, and then I'm just going to cut it like that. Now, put this Teflon sheet aside. Now we have a small sheet. So we know that if we lay it in here and we fold it over like this, then we pretty much, this is pretty much your pressing pillow right here, a small version of it. So if you guys know how to make a small version of it, you guys pretty much know how to make a big version of it, okay? As long as your Teflon sheet is big enough, or like I said, you can go to the fabric store and get some material for ironing boards. All right, so what I'm going to do right now is we're going to start sewing this together. All right, so what I have here is some sewing thread that I bought from the fabric store once again, or you can get it from Amazon. This is called Baguette. I don't know, but it's the color that kind of like matches this. This is a pressing pillow that I bought off Amazon, right, before I made these, and these are two that I made. All right, so you can already see that it comes out great. Isn't that much difference. This is like a heavier duty or different type of material, but this serves the same purpose, guys. It does the same thing, does a trick. I've used them. It's fine. All right, so this is what I use to measure, but I made them a little bit tiny, a little bit bigger. But if you guys can see on the thread here, it's kind of like a similar color, kind of sort of just like a twill or something like that. But you can use whatever thread you have. You can use white thread, you can use linen. In this case I have linen thread right here, or in this case I got this rope type of baguette color. All right, so now let's get to sewing. Let's get to putting this thing together. All right, sewing can be very, very intimidating, especially if you've never done it before. So there's a few things I want you to familiarize yourself with your SE600. This lever right here tells you how fast you're gonna go. All right, so you can go slow, a little faster, and then you can go just fast. I'm gonna keep mine on fast, but what ultimately determines how fast you're going is your foot, right? So it's pressure sensitive. All right, we're good with this, the first stitch right here, so just leave that alone, put it column number 1. All right, and I want you to know that this button right here, while you're pressing the presser foot, if you press this button, the sewing machine will start sewing backwards to do a back stitch. All right, so we're gonna start sewing this, and you guys are gonna get better and better at this, I promise. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm trying to match the ends of it perfectly, and I got the sew folded in half perfectly. All right, so I'm gonna put this, raise my foot, I'm gonna put this underneath the presser foot, keeping track where the needle is, and I'm gonna try to go right along that edge, and I'm gonna hold it like this, and I'm slowly gonna press down on my presser foot. Let me get it in place first. Slowly gonna press down on my presser foot, and it's gonna start to sew. All right, now as I'm pressing down on my presser foot, I'm gonna do a back stitch and come back forward again. All right, now when you're sewing, I can go faster, but when you're sewing, what I want you to keep track of is see where the edge of your material is. Try to sew a straight line. It's still complicated, hard for me to do it right now because I'm not like really good at it, but like just try to sew a straight line. All right, and when you get to the end, you do that back stitch. All right, then you press the scissors and it cuts up, and you look what you got right there. Pretty much straight line, messed up right there, but that's okay. Pretty good. All right, so now take your pillow, whichever one we had, and we put it in there and we check it out, right? Check it out. And we kind of like, now that we have our pillow in there, right, we can kind of, I put it in there, and the reason why I put it in there is I want to kind of get a feeling of where I want to put my stitch, all right? So I'm going to push it all the way in this corner, in the corner that we just sewed, and all the way to the back, and the back that's looped. So I'm pushing it back there, and I'm going to lay it down and get an idea of where this part is going to be. So I want this part to be about right here on, you guys can't see. I want it to be, because your plate has lines and measurements on it. So I want it to be on the line right after the 2. All right, because I think that's where my pillow is at. When it's pushed all the way over to the left side, that's where my pillow is. So let me see. Yep, the line right after the 2. So I'm going to take it out, and that's where I'm going to start to sew. All right, got it in half again, and I'm going to put it right on that line after 2, right? And then put the foot down, keeping it right on that line, and then we're just going to sew that part shut. All right. Wait, yeah, sew it shut. Then we're going to do our back stitch again, come backwards. The back stitch is just making it so that the thread doesn't break or anything like that. All right, so I'm kind of off, I'm kind of in a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, when we get to the end, once again we do that back stitch. All right, then we cut with the scissors. And at this point you can clean up, right? This is the best time to clean up. When I say clean up, I mean trim off this big edge right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here to my cutting station, right, my cutting mat, and I'm just gonna look at it, and I'm gonna come with my cutting wheel, and I'm just gonna make a straight line, or you can use your metal ruler because you can't mess that up. Metal ruler, just come a little bit past your stitches and just make a straight line right here, like that. And now we have our pocket. We got a sleeve, all right? So now that we made our sleeve, we can go ahead and put our pillow inside. All right, get that in there. What I do is I fold it like this and just go ahead and stuff it up in there. Stuff it up in there the best way you can, guys. And your Teflon pillow is pretty much made, right? So you got that in there. And now the last part is just to sew this shut. Now this part I always mess up on. It always kind of gets bunched up, but it's okay. Let's take it back and sew this part shut. All right, so let me get you guys a closer view there. All right, see what I'm talking about. All right, so now the only thing you want to do is you want to kind of feel and see where the pillow is. You want to get close to it. You don't want to go on it, all right? And you want to press down as it's sewing because it doesn't feed under the machine that well when it's puffed up like this. So you want to press down as it's going in, as it's sewing, okay? So I'm looking at where it is. It's a little bit past this screw right here. I'm just going to go in, you know, and it's okay to push this pillow in just a tad bit, you know. Time out. Guys, did you hit the thumbs up button yet? Did you hit the thumbs up button yet? And if you're watching this video, are you subscribed to the channel? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I need everybody subscribe, and I need everybody hit that thumbs up button. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's get back to the video. So I'm just going to go in now. Again, do my back stitch. All right, I'm just going to go try to keep it straight. Pushing down the pillow. All right. My back stitch again, cut, boom. Look what we got. We got our Teflon pillow, a little bit crooked on that, right, because I was recording, but it's okay, because what we're going to do is we're going to just trim off the excess like we did before with our ruler. Well, we don't even need the ruler. Just come over here and just make a straight line, making sure you don't touch that thread. All right. Now we're nice and neat. We just take our snips, trim off the excess threads. All right. And then we got our pressing pillow. All right. It's going to be good for years. All right. And you can sell this on your store. Just another idea of something that you can do to make some extra money on the side, something you can add to your merch store if you have a store that specializes in products for garment decorating. You can, you know, feel free, guys. This tutorial is for you guys. These videos I make to give you guys ideas of how you can make extra money. And so far we've just been using our SE600 for embroidery, right? But you guys got to know it sews also, so we want to take advantage and use all of our resources to the fullest potential, because we paid our money for it. And guys, those of you, this isn't about the pillow, to be honest with you guys. I got bigger plans for you guys that are following and doing what I do. This video is actually about learning how to sew. All right, so this is something simple. Once you make 10 of these, sell a few of them, make some money. But while you're making it, make sure you're paying attention to your technique and how you're sewing. Make sure you're trying to make a straight line. Make sure you're keeping it on the lines on the plate as even as possible and stuff like that, so that when it's time to sew something for real, you'll be confident and you'll be you'll be able to do it. So see how many of these I did. I did quite a few of them, right? And I'm gonna make some more, and I'm gonna put them on the website to sell, just like you guys. AllanAwade.com. If you want to buy a Teflon pressing pillow, you know, I won't beat you over the head for it, but I do have to pay for shipping and stuff like that. So guys, if you want to help support the channel, got some pressing pillows for you guys to purchase. AllanAwade.com. If they're not on the site right now, then check back in 10 minutes. They'll be on the site. All right, so here we go. Pressing pillows for you guys. That's how to make a pressing pillow. All right, hope you guys appreciate it. Like I said, Joann Fabrics. All this other stuff that's available on Amazon, I'll put the links to them down below, like the Teflon sheets, okay? Also, these are going to be available at AllanAwade.com, also in a embroidery starter bundle pack, all right? So there you have it, guys. That's how to make a Teflon pillow. If you can make the small one, you can make the big one. It's easy. Just measure, right? Just measure. Just use your Teflon sheet, fold it over, make sure you got room on all the edges so you can sew it up. These sheets are, you know, they're good. They're great. We always use them when we're pressing stuff, pressing vinyl to cover up the shirts to make sure the vinyl doesn't melt after we press the first layer, right? Or after we just go over top of it. So we know they're heat resistant. They work great. And look, make some pressing pillows. Some people don't know how to sew. Some people don't want to sew. Some people don't want to make anything, right? So why not, you know, use this opportunity? They sell on Amazon like crazy. They sell on Etsy like crazy. So it's just something else that you guys can make. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. Like I said, this is part of something bigger. But this is how you get practice, guys. You got the machine. I'm not trying to turn you into a seamstress or anything like that, but I'm just trying to empower you so that when it's time, when your mind starts wandering and you want to do other things, that you're capable of doing it, right? So that's really, really important. And I realized that's important when I tried to make that shirt, that t-shirt for myself, and it actually worked on a serger. Even though it's a different machine, it's essentially the same thing. You're just sewing pieces of fabric together, and it's really, really important for you guys to learn that skill, because there's going to come a point in time where you want to make something, or even if you want to, after you make your embroidery patch and you want to embroider it, or you want to sew it onto a shirt or a sleeve or a hat, right? You got to know how to work the sewing feature. So I think that's really, really important. Like, you got to know how to, like, you can even turn the wheel and sew manually, like, and have the feed dogs right here move the design around for you, and like just shift it with your hands. All different types of techniques, but you'll never know unless you try. All right, so we turned our machine from embroidering to sewing. Turn it back and get to embroidering again. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel like I said. Also, guys, this shirt right now that I have, this It's a Thing A-Dubb shirt, is available on the website allanaway.com right now. Buy some channel merch. Help support the channel so I can keep making videos like this and keep showing you guys cool stuff. Got the room over there. Just got finished being done. It looks good. I got to go to the Container Store and buy a bunch of stuff to get that room together. I want to buy some shelving and stuff like that, and I'm going to start making videos in there for you guys, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be awesome. Good times, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't pay attention to any of the negativity. Get negative people away from you and out of your life so you can focus on positivity and growing, right, within yourself and within whatever it is you're trying to do, guys. Love you guys. Bless up. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. Share this video with your friends. Follow me on Instagram A-Dubb and also Facebook A-Dubb Productions. Go ahead, stream Rockin' with the Best by A-Dubb on Spotify, Amazon Music, or Apple Music, right? So Rockin' with the Best, that's my album that's out right now on all streaming platforms, guys. Go stream me up, and I'll talk to you guys on the next video, man. Peace. Later.
Turn up that, crank it up. While I listen to the rest when you're rocking with the best, baby.